Imagine being at a face-to-face networking event and someone comes up to you and warmly extends their hand to say hello, and without saying anything, you walk away. Well, that's pretty much what you're doing when you ignore a connection request on LinkedIn. The other thing that tends to happen at a face-to-face networking event is once you've had a conversation, you might swap business cards and agree to keep in touch. The LinkedIn equivalent to that is accepting the connection request. The two of you are now connected. The thing that you haven't got in LinkedIn is the chance to have that little conversation in the middle that decides whether you want to accept the connection request. So what do? Well, you can't have a conversation apart from a stilted text conversation. So you can only use the tools that you have, and that is to check out their profile. In that profile, there's probably 3 things that I'd take a look at. Firstly, what industry are they in? Is that of interest to you? Is that relevant to you and what you do? Secondly, look at the recommendations they've got on their profile. What have people said about them? Are they credible? Thirdly, check out their interests and their past history. Are there connections between you? Are there synergies that could help form a relationship? Now you can make an informed decision as to whether you want to connect. And there's some great stuff that can happen with that. You'll only be adding one person as a first-degree connection, but remember, all of their first-degree connections become your second-degree connections. You could be adding potentially hundreds of people to your network. But a word of caution, the same happens the other way around, and you've got to consider, do you want to open up you and your network to this person where you haven't yet built a relationship? But what about you? You'd like to connect with some people and you want to hopefully use their network. So how can you get the best chance of that happening? The best way to do it is never to send the generic connection request. Always personalize it. If you met them at an event, say, "It's great to meet you last week. Thought we should connect on LinkedIn." Or could you reference something you talked about when you make that connection request so it starts to build the relationship? Networking, whether it's done face-to-face or online, is a relationship building exercise. Make sure you're building relationships with the connection requests you receive and the ones you send.